Okay, today I want to talk about something very important in business name registration on the CAC portal. Okay, so and that's commencement date. I want to talk about the importance of commencement date, the interpretation, how to properly fill out commencement dates when you're registering a business name on the CAC portal. And this is specially and specifically for the team. I want to do my business name registration myself. Please, before you go ahead to explore that option of doing your business name yourself, at least watch this video till the end, talk to professionals, do your due diligence so that you don't run into issues of multiple queries and huge penalty that comes with wrong commencement date, as you're going to be hearing in this video. Okay, so what is commencement date? Basically, commencement date is provided for in section 815 of CAMA, where it talks about business name registration. If you read that section, the law says that every business or every firm, every individual, every person that wants to register their business as prescribed in that section with CAC must do that 28 days after, within 28 days, after they have commenced the said business. So what that means is, if you want to register your business with CAC, if you want to register your business name with CAC, as it were, you have to do that within 28 days that you have commenced that business. That is, if you have commenced the business before you want to do that registration. And if you have not even commenced business and you just want to say, okay, I want to get my legal papers ready, I want to get all of these things set even before we go out to launch the business, of course you should also state your commencement date as at the time you're filing that registration. So I've seen a lot of persons make this mistake and then it backfires with huge penalty. Some even have to abandon the name because the penalty is outrageous and is way above even what you have to pay for the actual filing fee for registration fee for the business name registration. So some persons have said, oh, it's a token of 10,000 naira for me to register my business name on the CAC portal. Why would corporate lawyers charge me, say, 50k, and even some very advanced partnership will charge you probably way higher to get your business name registered for you on the CAC portal? Okay, the reason that happens is these persons or these professionals have spent, say, 5 years in the university to study law and 1 year at the Nigerian law school to understand basic principles of the law and how these things are done. So I mean, it's only proper for them to charge you for an excellent professional job. But if you want to take that opportunity of doing it yourself, as CAC has provided for on the portal, at least you have to do your due diligence. Ensure that you do your due diligence, talk to a professional, read up some things online, or at least watch this video to the end before you explore that option. So I've explained what is commencement date and how do you apply commencement dates when you're registering a business name on the CAC portal. So the way the portal works is, when your name is, of course, after all the preliminaries, you enter a name reservation, the name is approved, and then you fill out all the details and register your business name. While filling out those details, one of the first information that the portal is going to ask of you is the details or basic information about the business, the address, phone number, email, and the commencement date. Okay, so if you had started your business, say, the last 5 years, the last 10 years, and you had not had any need or thought about putting any form of legal identity to that business, and then you wake up today, you want to go and register your business, it is advised to not state your commencement date as exactly that same 5 years ago, because anything outside of 28 days from the day you're filing that business name registration attracts a daily penalty. Yes, a daily penalty. And by the time you calculate it, multiply it by the days that you have claimed to have run that business without registering it, it's going to amount to a huge sum of money. Okay, so if you have started your business and you intend to put some form of legal identity to it, I think it's very good that you plan and get that done quickly. And if you have not even started the business, you're just, preparing and say, okay, let's get our legal papers, everything in place before the business commenced. I've also seen people that are in this category but do not understand what commencement dates mean. I think the craziest of them all that I've seen is customers that fill out their date of birth in place of commencement date. So you give CAC the opportunity of very many days that you mistakenly say you are in default, or because you do not understand what it means. And again, ignorance, they say, is not an excuse in law. So CAC is going to query your application back to you and slam you with that penalty. But is not what you should feel at commencement date. Simply put, commencement date is the day that you have commenced this business before you came to CAC to register it. It can't be your date of birth. Okay, so what's the penalty for filling a wrong commencement date, or filling your commencement date beyond, or stating, should I say filling, or that's what it is actually, but whatever. If your commencement date have gone past the 28 days that is stipulated by law, CAC is going to charge you a penalty of 150 naira daily. So let's even say you put January 2020 that had just ended as your commencement date. That's like another like 360 something days you have stayed in default. Times it by 150 naira. That's a lot of money already. So, and imagine you state your commencement date as some years ago, and then you are registering the business name today. Your 150 naira is going to count for every day from that date that you stated on your commencement date until today. So you don't want to run into these issues. You don't want to run into these kind of queries and penalty, all because you're trying to get your business name registered yourself. So that's why I'm going to be putting out videos like this to explain some of these little but very important details in company registration and CAC practice, in business registration and post-business registration compliance issues. In fact, I've had people had to abandon, a precious name, a name that, they have been using for so long, because they couldn't afford to pay the penalty for the default of commencement date. So you don't want to lose your business name. You don't want to imagine a name that is already branded, to your business, and you already know, or a name that you have chosen that took you a very long time to, arrive at. And because you mistakenly, or you do not have this knowledge, you fill out a commencement date that requires you to pay, say, 700,000 naira default fee or 500,000 naira default fee. The argument of 10,000 naira filing fee, oh, I have to do it myself, it's not going to save you at that point. So if you had, say, pay a professional a 50k fee, a 100k fee, and then they run these things for you, I don't think there's any accredited agent in CAC that is going to make such a mistake. And if they make such a mistake, of course, it's going to be on them. So these are some of the benefits of talking to a professional, or at least seeking out videos like this that contain this very valuable information before you engage in any do-it-yourself opportunities that the CAC portal has open up to the general public. Okay, so next time you want to go register your business name yourself, be careful to fill out your commencement date properly. Commencement date has to be within 28 days of the day that within 28 days from the date that you have applied to CAC for your business name registration. Haven't watched this video, you shouldn't run into the errors of penalty of commencement date. And in coming videos, I'm going to bring you tips and information, very valuable information like this around CAC practice and corporate law generally. I'll see you soon.